I'm not sure if it's a sign of getting older or not, but the year has completely flown by. Just like that, the first quarter of the year is over and Easter is knocking on our door. So today I wanted to give a quick market recap of what we've seen so far during 2022, a little bit of a prediction into the future, and cover off on a couple of things that were announced in the federal budget last night. So let's jump into it. First and foremost, the first quarter of this year has started off absolutely flying in the Cairns property market. It's very much continued its trend of 2021, with us seeing some absolutely fantastic results, especially in January and February. Moving into March though, we have seen the market balance out a little bit, with still the majority of properties coming to market seeing multiple offers and selling extremely quickly. But we're not seeing it across the board. Certain properties are taking that little bit longer to sell and a little bit more indicative of a balanced market versus what we were seeing at the very start of the year and through 2021. The unit market's probably been the biggest standout so far this year. The unit market has really picked up pace and we're seeing multiple offers and buyers coming in very early on properties that we are taking to the market, especially in that sub 300,000 space. So the unit market's so far been a real standout, as is sort of the lower and middle end of the market so far during 2022. A really great example of a property we recently sold was a 4-bed 1-bath house in Smithfield. This property come to market and we essentially took the property to market with a 10-day campaign before any offers were considered. And the property saw 7 offers and ended up selling in excess of $40,000 over the asking price. So it really does show there's still a lot of heat in the market, especially in certain segments of the market. Moving forward, last night the federal budget was announced, and there was a couple of big announcements in there for property owners and people looking to buy into the property market. One of the big things announced was an extra 25,000 places for the first home buyers deposit scheme. A little bit of a mouthful there, but essentially what the first home buyers deposit scheme does is allow first home buyers to buy with as little as a 5% deposit without needing to pay lender's mortgage insurance, and this can be a huge savings. One of the big things though with this scheme is that in regional Queensland it is capped at 450,000. So I think moving forward with those extra places on offer and those extra incentives for first home buyers to get into the market, I think we're going to see a lot of pressure in that sub 450,000 mark. So this is going to be your lower end homes, and especially that unit market's going to see a lot of first home buyers entering the market and taking advantage of that scheme. And I think this is really going to add a lot of pressure to that market throughout the remainder of 2022. And I think this is going to keep the lower end of the market and the unit space extremely strong. The other big thing in the unit space, and this might seem a little bit counterintuitive, but I do feel if we see interest rates continue to climb, the unit market's going to become extremely popular as people look for more affordable options and it's options where they can get into the market without paying as much. And that's the unit market at the moment. So I think that sub 300,000 unit space is going to perform extremely well if we see interest rates continue to rise. So moving on and looking forward into the rest of 2022, I think the lower end of the market's going to perform extremely well. And I think the medium and the higher end of the market, I can't see this end of the market dropping. There's just no new supply coming to market. The market is really confined, but what I think we will see is a bit of a plateauing and the market leveling out around current levels for a little bit into the future before the market deals with some of the uncertainty that is around at the moment in regards to inflation, rising interest rates, the wars overseas. Once that uncertainty starts to get sorted out, I think then the market may continue to grow, but certainly the short to medium outlook for the middle and the higher end of the market, I think is it will start to plateau a little bit as we move into the rest of 2022, where the lower end of the housing market and the unit market will continue to perform extremely well. I hope this video was of value to you. If you are interested in the first home buyer deposit schemes or any of the government schemes and want to know a little bit more about them, absolutely feel free to reach out. Otherwise, if you are looking at buying or selling in Cairns, as always, I'd love to help. Have a fantastic day and I look forward to talking to you soon.